Hi, I'm Rebecca Brand, and welcome to this edition of The Iron Cook. Check out where I go for these new recipes I've made up with my iron, including chicken tenders, bacon and eggs in a basket, and chocolate chip cookies. Santa Barbara is such a great place to live, and really a great place to shoot Iron Cooks. You'll see me all over town for this conglomeration of a few Iron Cook recipes. Rebecca Brand, the Iron Cook, here in sunny Santa Barbara to prepare for you a chicken tenders recipe. We had issues with the birds last time. Those birds caused me trouble. Therefore, I'm cooking a bird today. I'm cooking a chicken tender. And damn the torpedoes. There's another Rebecca here at the harbor today. It's a sea vessel. Hi guys. Hi. My name's Rebecca too. Very happy to know you. How long you guys going out for?
Just finished the day.
Oh, okay, bye. Maybe we'll see you when you get back. Bye. The ingredients for chicken tenders include chicken, flour, breadcrumbs, eggs, milk, oil to fry them in, salt, and I always bring cooking spray because I see that sometimes we always need it. And a dippy-do for the top. When you cook chicken tenders with an iron, you gotta make sure it's thin enough that it cooks through because you don't want bloody chicken meat to eat. So you need to cut your chicken in half. Therefore, it's half as thick. The chain of events today was public electricity, so I had issues because my extension cord failed me today. I had a very nice person that happened to be walking down the dock and they helped me and they let me borrow their extension cord. Thank you, very nice unknown person. Prepare your recipe foil. You'll need 2 pieces. You need 2 eggs for this recipe. You need to whip them up. We need to whip them up and we're doing it to the motion of the train. And then to that, you need to add 2 tablespoons of milk. This is your classic dipped, crusty chicken tender recipe. So put your flour in one of your vessels. You got your egg in the next, and down goes the breadcrumbs in the last. I have used plain breadcrumbs today. And now we dip our chicken in our flour, and into our egg, and then to our last dip, the breadcrumbs. Let us review. Flour, both sides, egg dip. There you go. Oh. And in the crumbs. 3 steps, that's all you need to do. And now they're ready. Put them aside. I like my chicken tenders really crispy, so I'm gonna pour some oil in a bowl. I'm using corn oil today. You would think that corn oil would do the trick, but I have been burned with my iron, and it happens to do with the stick factor of the damn foil on the food. Do not kill your fish in this part of the recipe. Goldie, how you doing? I think she's so pretty. I like the way her fins fluff up when she swims around that tank. They came back. They like me. Did she catch anything yet? Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. This is a Santa Barbara spiny lobster. I'm going to touch him. He's a hooter. At this point in the recipe, our iron is very hot. It's been preheating. We are going to now dip our chicken tender fillet into our oil. Very heavily. He's going to take a little dip, just like that fishy in that water. Onto the foil they go. Bing! All done. Time to lay out in the towel and heat up. Oh, they might need some cover from the sun. The sun is very hot today. Down goes the lid and down goes the iron. And that's going to sit on high for about 3 minutes. And then they get flipped. Now, Goldie, how has your day been? What have you been up to? Have you had any spa days lately? I don't want you to get discouraged in the world of love, for there's plenty of fish in the sea, and I believe yours is just right around the corner. I think a very pretty and attractive fish might have a very good chance on the internet, for the internet is a big sea. So we're trying very hard to do that. It's time to check. Oh, wow. Look at that. It's sizzling. We're in good shape. It's ready for the flip. Whee! I have seen some of those crumbs did not last through the flip. Therefore, we're sprinkling it more. I want it really crispy. To further ensure we don't have any sticking going on, which would take away the beautiful ground crust, we are now putting more oil on our chicken tenders. It needs to swim in oil, like those fishies seem to swim in water, for maximum effect. And put that iron down. I need to reflect upon my current circumstances. It is crab season. And here in Santa Barbara, they're catching all kinds of beautiful crabs. Like we saw a fisherman go out in that beautiful boat called Rebecca Lynn. I think a lot about things that are happening around me in beautiful Santa Barbara. The boats are so pretty, all the people having fun. Every day, there's a new sight to see. I love the wildlife here. There happens to be a lot. The birds have been at bay. They realize I am making a bird recipe. They fear the iron. It's a beautiful time at the harbor. I see reflections in the water. I see reflections of the boats. I see reflections of the birds. I see reflections of beautiful people as they walk by. And it causes me great reflection on my life. But I got bigger things to do, like make some money. But now we have to check on our chicken, for it may burn. Oh wow, that looks great. Oh, let's try it. I am not gonna die of salmonella today. That'll be another day. Oh yum, I'm dipping it in a buffalo ranch sauce. It came out of a bottle. A little bite of cilantro. That's awesome. Kids, make this at home. I recommend it with an iron. So subscribe to my channel and let's keep cooking great things with an iron. Rebecca Brand, your iron cook, signing off. Maybe I should make homemade fish food next time. Okay, Goldie? I feel kind of bad eating in front of her. Goldie, wave bye. Wave bye. She's waving bye-bye. In sunny Santa Barbara. Today's recipe is bacon and eggs in a basket. The ingredients for this dish are bacon, eggs, bread, that's your basket, salt and pepper, cooking spray, and foil, non-stick, or so it says. You're also going to need a pan, for the pan will provide a vessel to carry your bacon grease in, so it doesn't get all over your pants. Today's liquid, I do not want to get on my legs and hurt me. The chain of events was public electricity, and in this case, it was free to be had. 100 feet of electricity cord. But that wasn't quite enough. We had to extend that further by having a power strip, and then another extension cord, and then the trusty iron. I turned that iron onto the linen setting. There is this tip to cooking bacon with an iron. You need to have something to collect that bacon grease, for that bacon grease is a big mess. I have lined an aluminum pan with so-called non-stick foil. Previous experience with this foil leads me to have to spray it with the non-stick cooking spray, which I never like to do, for I think I'm going to die. So use caution with that part of the recipe. You may notice a white film on that camera, for that cooking spray spreads far and wide. Please tell your neighbors and warn anybody in the vicinity about this toxic OSHA feature and have them step away, for they may get that in their lungs. You need 2 pieces of foil, for after it is sprayed and very wet with that stuff, you got to put the other piece down on it. Then you wedge that iron in there, making sure it can reach the bottom of the pan. This may be the most difficult part of the recipe. By picking the iron up, you may see if your indentation worked. It worked! You have a nice oval shape at the bottom of your cooking vessel. Next, you need to add your bacon. Pull your bacon apart. You need to put your bacon down in the same shape that you made by the imprintation of the iron. Put the foil down on top of that. And again, follow the sheet pattern that you made previously in the recipe. Make sure your iron's on high, for it needs to be high heat because you want the bacon to sizzle. Along the way in my iron cook recipes, I have found out that things just cook better with a reflective cooking source. So I'm putting a flat piece of aluminum underneath that iron. The heat needs to go into the recipe rather than being sucked up by the linen on the ironing board. Can you hear the sizzle? I hear it sizzling. We have success. You need to butter a piece of bread because you are making a toast with the egg inside, and it takes a lot of butter. We need to make a cutout for the egg to fit into, so I'm pressing it with a cookie cutter, which happens to be in the shape of a heart, for we want to find love in their life. And we're starting with breakfast, and we're thinking heart is a nice little shape. I'm gonna butter the other side of the heart. I want to make sure it doesn't stick. Bread too. All right, done. The bacon will probably take, I don't know, maybe 3 to 5 minutes to cook. I'm hungry and it smells good. I'm ready for breakfast. I'm going to take this time to reflect upon my beautiful surroundings. I'm in a beautiful park in Santa Barbara today where there's fish. Goldie was here and she saw all those fishes swimming in that pond and she said she wanted to go take a dip. She's been waiting for her phone to ring because she just damn needs a damn date. So bringing Goldie out to this beautiful place when she saw the fish in the pond, she wanted to be free of her isolation in that tank. She felt she needed to mingle and go to a disco. There's a lot of dancing and swimming going around. I don't know what's going on in the back corners of that there little pond. I'm hoping Goldie finds love. We all want happiness in our life. We all want to find love. We all want to meet somebody that just rocks us. So I see a little action. That water's got movement. Maybe something's happening there. So while I wait for Goldie to come home from her outing, I'm cooking my bacon, but I'm also reflecting on the beautiful fun things that are going on around me. I see people in that merry-go-round. They're having a good time. I'd probably get seasick. And there's all kinds of sports and lots of kids having fun and that beautiful lawn overlooking the ocean. I want to be there in a little chair looking at them. And I see people playing volleyball. They're having a good time. I see people walking. They're walking down the beautiful seashore. They're going down a plane with their dogs. I see kids on play structures and they're running around. They look like they're having a good time. I hope Goldie's having a good time. They're a little mixer. I see that beautiful Santa Barbara pier. That is so pretty. Lots of people are walking on that. They're having a good time. I want to be there too, but I can't. Because if I leave the bacon with the iron on it, we could have flames and fire. I think it might be getting done. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's good. I'm happy with that. See the grease? The grease could have been trouble. Oh my goodness, it's like in one big, oh, okay, all right, okay. Bacon, ouch, hot, hot, hot. Ah! It's a windy day. I need to anchor down my cooking equipment. It's time to transfer the bacon onto the paper. I brought it for absorbent purposes. Wow, that looks pretty good. Okay. Time to invert our iron. Make sure you have gloves on, for this is very hot because it just finished cooking bacon. Try using a shoebox as part of the recipe. That would work well. Make it level, make sure it's still on high, and then place a cooking vessel on top. Level. And for leakage purposes, I'm putting oil on top of that too. I don't want to get any egg gooey inside that iron. There's got holes in there. I think gravity may not be to my advantage at this point of the recipe. Spray that foil. Place your little basket on top of that. And then you need to crack your egg. And then, ouch, that hurts. Wait a minute. Oh no. You gotta crack your egg and get inside there. Oh, we gotta keep cracking. I need some more to crack it. Oh, okay, we got action, all right. With 2 thumbs, pull your egg apart. There. And now that's gotta cook. While that egg's cooking, I'm toasting my other piece of bread on the other side. There. Center your cooking vessel on the widest part of the iron, for you need maximum heat for that part of the recipe. I think that's gonna work. It's hot. Your cooking vessel needs to have strong contact with the iron. I suggest using hot pads. You press down tightly. When there is strong contact, there will be cooking, I think. To further speed the process, I am now covering it with oil. I've been looking for Goldie in that pond. I don't see her. I think she's gone in some dark corner. I see ducks. Those ducks are having a good time. There's lots of flora and fauna in this area. I see a turtle. Turtles live here too. I hope turtles don't eat goldfish. If we do, we could be in trouble. Uh-oh, those ducks look vicious. I think they like goldfish too. Goldie's kind of petite for her species. I think she may be in trouble with the ducks. I hope those ducks don't find her. Uh-oh, I didn't think about that. I don't want to lose Goldie. Goldie's very sweet. She's very cute. And I'm curious about her plight in life. I care whether she meets them or not because I care about my friends. My friends need to be in love. My friends need to have love in their life. I think love brings you happiness. If you've been following my recipes, you might have noticed that things don't always go right with an iron. I am very hungry and that egg is not cooking. I need to change my methods. I'm now putting my cooking vessel on the ironing board. I have better luck with a top-down approach. As I look in that water, reflecting upon life, sometimes the things that are most important are things that go deep. Our lives are like the flowing of water. Let that flowing of water be refreshing for our lives. Let it bring us up to positive thoughts about all the beautiful things around us. I hope you come to Santa Barbara and we can go playing, maybe in some water, and at least go swimming in a big tall martini glass. I want to make something for you with my iron. Tell me your favorite recipe. I'm going to practice. Let's check our egg. It's stuck. I told you that damn foil doesn't work. Let's do the reverse method flip. Plate, upside down. Oh, look at that. Okay, time for the salt and a little pepper. Heat up that bacon one more time. How do you like my eggs? I like my eggs runny. Oh yeah. Ooh, it's soft and gooey inside. Subscribe to my channel for more Iron Cook. Let's try it. Tell me what you want me to make on Iron Cook. The moral of this story is, yes, you can make bacon with an iron and eggs with toast. So let's keep making great things with an iron on Iron Cook. Today's recipe is chocolate chip cookies. I'm going to make chocolate chip cookies with an iron. Follow my directions and you too should have success like I will today. I am faithful, for this will happen. I've had requests on my channel to make chocolate chip cookies. Nobody thinks it can be done, but I'm going to prove to you it can be done. We're doing that today. The ingredients for today's recipe is flour, baking soda, brown sugar, white sugar, salt, 1 large egg, butter, vanilla extract, and you need chocolate chips. Of course! With our iron today, we're going to be using non-stick foil. It is not my friend. Non-stick foil has not served me well in the past, but today we need it, for I forgot to bring that toxic spray. I believe I've gotten sick with that toxic spray. I have a cough. I may be coughing in the middle of this recipe. I'm sorry. Would someone out there please call OSHA? You need to have 1 cup of flour. I'm leveling it with my knife. Into a bowl it goes. To that we're adding 1/3 cup brown sugar. Then we add 1/3 cup white sugar. I haven't been feeling well since that last recipe. There's been many things in my life that have gone wrong. Now we're adding 1/2 cup of baking soda. Now we mix it around, for those are our dry ingredients and they need to commingle. So break up that brown sugar and beat that well. And then you tell them, stay in your lane. Don't move out of your lane, for we have wet ingredients that will join them in that bowl. And a 1/2 teaspoon salt goes into that lane too. And remix. If you make mistakes in cooking, you may do it over. It is not a problem. I do this all the time in my life. I make a lot of mistakes, but somehow it all turns out pretty good. When cooking on location, we improvise. I have changed up this recipe for ease of preparation in a public park. We need to melt that butter because that butter is very hard to stir around with all those ingredients unless it's wet. That butter's now melting. You need to cup your wet butter and don't let any fall out onto the iron or your white pants. Form a cup with your foil. Pour it into the wet lane, which is that. They didn't call me Messy Becky for nothing. Release any more wet butter that happens to be in that wax paper. I think that's it. Back into the foil because it still needs to melt. It hasn't all melted. Down goes the iron, and that's gonna take about maybe 10 seconds. Now pour it in. There you go. Wait, I don't know. Check for softness. That's not soft. Crap. Gotta do it again. All right, you still need it melted. It didn't quite melt. There. It's gotta melt. We gotta get that melted because it's slowing me down here. And it goes, oh, now that's looking good to me. I'm feeling good about this. And it's not sticking. And in fact, I have pre-greased my foil for later parts of this recipe. Now we have to add our egg today. I happen to find a duck egg, and that's what I'm using. We add our egg. This happens to be a duck egg. I foraged for it. Woo. And then whip that up with the butter, and then slowly incorporate your dry ingredients to your wet ingredients as they're coming in from their lane, and they're merging on that freeway of deliciousness we're making. As you start to stir, then add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. That's vanilla extract. Incorporate that into your wet side. Really good. And then bring in those dry ingredients. Easy peasy. Over time, you will see it form lumps, and that means it's becoming cookie dough. I need to tell you a drama that happened in my life. So Goldie never came home last night. I become very worried. I'm very distraught about my friend, Goldie. Goldie went looking for love. She went to a disco. She was having a real good time in those waters of a big pond with lots of new fish. I went to the pond and tried to fish her out. I was looking for her. I felt very despondent as she did not appear. I couldn't find her with my net. You're in a cesspool of dog poop, which leads me to think two things. Either she got lucky in love, or something happened to her. It's a damn duck. Duck got her. Gonna be a dead duck. Sometimes when we go out, we just have so much fun we don't even notice that it's getting very late. We stay out past curfew. We may have someone at home waiting for us to arrive, and we just never did. Well, Goldie, I was waiting for you to arrive, you just never did. But young and carefree, or not so young, it don't matter. You can still have a good time and stay out all night. She might have got lucky.
I come from Bakersfield.
Hi there, sir. Nice to see you. After it's thoroughly mixed, now we're gonna add our chocolate chips. That's 1 cup. We gotta mix those in next. I stir those around because they're really the best part of the whole recipe. I love those chocolate chips. This happens to be a modified chocolate chip recipe for quick preparation and use of my iron here in a public park. The chain of events here today was I had to go find free electricity and I scored. I found it. I might tip our friend off. Maybe he'd like the same benefits that I found today in our public park. I needed 2 100-feet extension cords before I needed to be near where Goldie was placed in a pond. It's been concerning of me, and I thought maybe if Goldie heard me cooking with an iron, she would come back. I'm still waiting. It's been all night, and it's been all day. This recipe makes 12 cookies, but not at the same time. You have to do different batches. I'm lining with foil, the non-stick kind. I forgot the spray. I have reserved some butter from the 1 stick of butter, and that's going to be used in place of that non-stick spray today. We'll see. So place the butter down on the non-stick foil, place foil on top, and sear it into that non-stick oil for safety purposes, of course. Remove your use protector. Use protector. Protector. Now we form our little cookies. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4. That one's too big. They need to be uniform in order for them to cook at the same rate. Notice I have them placed in the shape of the iron because you only can cook what's underneath that hot iron. Otherwise, forget it. Place your foil down, and we're using the top-down method of cooking today with our iron. While those cookies are cooking, I'm having reflection time. I'm really reflecting on where the heck Goldie went. I mean, really, she was just with me. We were friends for a long time now. I'm really worried about her. Where'd she go? I'm really her matchmaker friend. You know, when you try to set friends up, you try to hook them up with some cute dude. Well, I don't know. Didn't happen. Didn't happen fast enough. Now, she might have hooked up with somebody and already moved in. I don't know. You'd think she'd tell me. You'd think she'd let me know in some way. Maybe little fish bubbles would come out of that pond. I've been looking for a day and a half and nothing's happened. But my deepest, darkest thoughts, in the bottom of my soul, at the bottom of that lake, goes in one of those damn ducks. They were in a fury. They were having a fit in that water. And I wonder if they saw her and if they went in to eat her. I have issues now with ducks. For I really fear they're the culprit of her demise. Or her missing. There's no one to file a missing fish report to. I have to take this in my own conscience and work this out with myself. I let her have too much freedom, and there she went. I used to like ducks. Ducks are fluffy. They're born so cute. They waddle. There's a lot of good things to be said about ducks. They're one of the cutest little bird creatures in all the world. But I have different feelings at this point. I have feelings of rage. I have feelings like I want to kill whatever duck did this. I not only want to kill them, but I want to kill all their ilk. I want to kill their offspring. If it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, or acts like a duck, I want to kill it. If it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, and it might be a duck, I want to kill it. I think this planet might get along without ducks. This is just a suspicion, but I really believe that's what happened to Goldie. Anyways, I'm gonna burn the cookies. I gotta check. You cannot go on a rant in the middle of making cookies. We gotta check. Oh my God, I went on a rant. I burnt the cookies. Oh boy, I don't know. I might have to make another just to prove you can. I messed up. That looks pretty burnt to me. I know what. Let's flip it over and pretend that didn't happen. Down goes the iron. I'm just gonna do a light toasting. I need to pay attention. I need to babysit this part of the recipe. Have you ever lost a fish to a duck? Oh, you hear that? You hear that? You hear that? They know. They know. They know. They know I have anger. Damn ducks. Okay, that's better. I am so upset. I can't think about cooking right now. Apparently I didn't do a good job on this recipe. Signing off, it's the Iron Cook, who's not so... Ah! Oh, forgive me. Forgive me, friends, for I have failed you. Ah! I'll do better next time. I'm just worried about my friend Goldie. Where'd she go? Sometimes it's just a cookie dough recipe, you know what I'm saying? I thought I would do it. I had failed at my first attempt. Oh, it's better if you just do one cookie at a time. That worked better. It was crispy and crunchy. It worked. Therefore, the recipe is now saved. So even with our little disasters, they still taste good. Signing off is Rebecca Van with a chocolate chip cookie recipe made with an iron. Subscribe to my channel and let's keep making great things with an iron, one way or another. Stay tuned for the next time. I might seek vengeance. Thanks for watching the show, and tune in next time as we make more things with the iron.